I developed my biggest fear when I was really young. It went on to get so big that it stopped me from living a full life for decades. So the friends, when I was little, my parents divorced when I was very young. I was 1.5. I had a lot of family things going on, and as a child, I didn't know how to express that I didn't feel confident or in control or certain of my life because I was so young. I didn't know how to voice that. So I started to find ways to take control, and the need to control led me to develop this huge fear, my biggest fear, which was trying new food. And how it started was I started very young refusing to eat food that I loved. I used to eat eggs every single day, milk, cereal, meat. I loved all those things as a kid, and one day I just refused to eat them. And I stopped eating them for years. And that was how it started. Then I started developing this list where I would only eat very specific foods, foods that were safe. And you could probably literally count on 2 hands the foods that I would eat. I was very picky, and I'm going to put that in quotations because what it really was is that I was trying to get control. So it wasn't actually pickiness. It was me realizing as a child I didn't have control over anything, so I was trying to take it back by controlling what I ate. It got so bad that I literally only ate like 10 foods. I didn't eat many vegetables. Like I said, I stopped eating meat. I refused to eat eggs. All the things that I used to love, I stopped eating, and I ate only things that were safe. This continued on into my teenage years and into adulthood as well. And what happened was, not only did I develop a fear of trying new foods, it started to go into everything in my life. So I wouldn't try new things. I wouldn't play new sports. I wouldn't do anything that I wasn't familiar with. I wouldn't go into unfamiliar situations. I didn't make new friends. I wouldn't even listen to new music or movies that I hadn't heard of. I wouldn't try any new foods, go into different restaurants, anything. Everything was safe and controlled. And it got so bad, my need to control my surroundings and my fear of trying new foods, that I remember one time I was in high school and I went out for lunch with my friend and her boyfriend, and they were gonna buy me lunch as a treat. So we went to a sub place. I was eating such a limited amount of food. I wasn't eating meat. I didn't eat many vegetables. I ate like cheese, bread, and a few things. And so when it came my turn to get a sub, first I couldn't eat big things because of fear of judgment of other people of me eating. So I got a very small one, a very small sub. I put bread, cheese, and olives. That was it. No veggies, no meat, seasonings, nothing. And I remember my friend was used to it, but her boyfriend wasn't. And I remember him looking at me going, "That's what you're eating?" And that stopped me from living a full life. I couldn't enjoy going out for lunch, getting a treat with my friends. People didn't even want to be around me because they would be like, "Seriously, you're eating that again? Like, can't you just eat like a normal person?" But I couldn't because I needed control. And I missed so many things. I remember being invited to parties. I remember being invited to this birthday party when I was a teenager, and I wouldn't eat. I wouldn't dance. I wouldn't even talk to people. I stood there in a corner like a loser because I was so scared to lose control, to not be safe, to feel out of my comfort zone. And it took over my life. I let it take over everything, to the point where when Kyle and I started losing weight, it's normal to hit plateaus. Well, when I hit a weight loss plateau, I was so scared of trying new food. I realized, well, I'm gonna have to try new food if I wanna keep losing weight, because your body gets used to stuff and you have to introduce different things. I remember I was so scared that the need to overcome this fear had me crying at the grocery store multiple times. But I knew I needed to do it, and I was ready to finally stop this fear from taking over my life. So Kyle helped me. We made a meal plan for every week while I was trying to eat new food, and we would put in 1 or 2 foods that I was very uncomfortable with eating. And I remember we'd go to the grocery store and I would literally stand in the aisle getting the food, and I would be bawling my eyes out, crying. And Kyle was so amazing and patient with me, and he helped me, talk me into putting a cart, and we'd get it home, and then cooking it was a whole nother thing, and then eating it. Eating a new food, just to put it to my mouth, would cause physical illness. I would feel nauseous. I would feel sick. I thought I started having panic attacks. I didn't think I could ever do it. Sometimes I would put it in my mouth and I'd have to spit it out. Or I'd chew it, and then I would think like that I'd have to go to the hospital because it was making me so sick. And it was all in my head. It was anxiety. It was because I was starting to let go of my reins of control and get outside of my safety zone. And that was the scariest thing. I can actually picture myself right now in the grocery store crying, and I remember how traumatizing that was for me, and that's why it's really important for me to make this video right now, because I woke up this morning and thought of it. I remember now I live to try new things, and this is how crazy it can be. I never thought that I would be living this lifestyle, eating what I eat, wearing what I wear. Now I live for new things. Any new movie, any new music, any different food, I purposely choose things that are not comfortable, that are outside of my comfort zone. I go right after them now. New exercises in the gym, clothes that I am a little uncomfortable to wear, anything that puts me outside of my comfort zone, I do it. I never thought I could do that. And I woke up this morning and it came to my head, and I remembered that moment of me crying in the grocery store. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I do know there are people that have made some comments on and off that they have trouble with things too. They have fears like that, where their fear of losing control or going outside of their comfort zone. And it did affect my weight loss. And it affected my whole life, my relationships with everyone, meeting new people, dating. I didn't date because that was really uncomfortable. Kyle was my first and only love. But I couldn't. I just couldn't. And I want to tell you guys that no matter how scary it might seem, no matter how big your fear is, mine massively controlled my life. It took over everything. And if you're someone who's watching this right now and you've experienced that, or you're going through that, just know that I got you. I was there, and I never thought I could get out of that. It is possible. You are worth it, and you deserve it to try. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you, because it was very difficult for me. Like I said, I took baby steps. So for my fear, like I said, I needed to sit down and make a grocery list and a meal plan for the week that included 1 or 2 of the foods that I was scared to try, and I went from there. That was the first step. Buying the food was the second step, making it, eating it. So baby steps, the friends, and it's okay if it's scary. Have somebody beside you, have a support. Even if it's a pet, anything, talk it out. Go online, whatever support system, but have somebody that knows that you're going to do this so that they can help you through it, because it does really help. Even if you come on and comment in our YouTube channel, if you don't have anyone, we are there. We read all the comments, and just know that we're there in spirit with you while you do this. but it's worth it. Take baby steps, do it one thing at a time, and it's okay if you try it and you get scared and you stop for a while. Just keep trying. Don't give up. You are so worth it. Don't let fear take your life anymore. So let me know down below. Write it in the comments, guys. Are you gonna let fear stop your life, take over your life? No.
And if
let us know.
Me and Nicole have both lost 130 pounds each, and I didn't have the control issues as much as Nicole, but I know it was a key to finally losing the weight and keeping it off. You have to challenge yourself. You have to get out of those comfort zones.
Yep. So no more fear in the comments. If you're gonna go forward and stop letting fear take over, no more fear. We're doing it. We love you. We hope you got inspired by this video. No, you are not alone. We know what it feels like, and it is possible. I never thought I'd be here, and you can overcome your fears too. So do the stuff, the liking, the bales, Instagram at the Collets, TikTok at the Collets. If you want our weight loss guides and our fight through it gear, links are down below. Check it out. We love you. We're gonna walk funny. Have a good day. And peace out, dudes.
Jeez.
My knee made a funny sound. Bye, guys. Love you.
See ya.
Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up.